Hey y'all, Will here, otherwise Xelray, and today we're going to be talking about the Scar Outsider, an assault rifle in Once Human, and the first epic gun you get in the beta. Now, we got a different epic gun previously, the Div Evo, in the last test, but now we have the Scar Outsider, and I do not see as many people using this as the Div Evo, and I think they're making a mistake. And I honestly think this gun just wrecks house on anything you put it up against as long as you build it correctly, and that's what I'm going to talk to you here about today. This gun has a 30% probability of triggering Power Surge, which is an electrical shock, which is psi damage or status damage, however you want to recognize the damage type. Once Human says it both ways. If you get a crit, you now have a 60% chance to trigger Power Surge. And unfortunately, with the trigger factor having the plus 30% on that, the Power Surge damage goes down a little bit, but that does not matter, let me assure you. With this gun, I have a mod on it, and you can get this from the Jelly Lady. Her name is in Chinese, but it's the Cargo Shuffle Rewards Vendor, aka the Jelly Lady. And this allows you to have Power Surge trigger factor increased by another 30%, which, believe me, it stacks 3 times within 5 seconds, and it happens all the time. That means you have up to a 90% trigger chance of Power Surge. But that's not all. At tier 4, which we're only at tier 3 right now, but at tier 4, that goes up another 16%. And already we're getting a slight increase to the elemental damage that we have. Now, outside of that, there's some things that matter. You can build this gun with whatever accessories that you find are good for you. However, what matters too is some of the other things that you get in the game. I got lucky on a pull for a Renegade Mask. The Renegade Mask itself does not matter. What matters is the gear mod I have called Thunderclap. You can receive this from Severin. He is the Planura trader that you find in every town. And this allows you to, first off, trigger Power Surge 12% more often. Secondly, every 20 Power Surges that you get, you summon a Heavenly Lightning that deals 200% of your psi intensity as shock damage. This is ridiculous and very, very strong. I'm going to put a clip here so you can see some of the damage that happens. It's going to split the video, so, just watch and enjoy. Let's go through some other things that matter. And what you're going to be looking at here is in the Cradle. And the Cradle Override is what we need. What I have working here to make the build even more powerful, and if you don't use the Override feature that much, let me tell you, it's a powerful piece of equipment that you should be using to really exploit what you're trying to use in your builds in this game. First off, we have Upper Hand. Reloading grants 30% instant damage to Power Surge and Unstable Bomber. Well, that's 30% extra damage to Power Surge. It's great. Secondly, dealing any damage with an assault rifle grants more rifle damage. This can stack up to 20%. That's 20% extra physical damage, which is just extra damage. It's not that important for the psi intensity, but overall, you're using a rifle, might as well make the most of it. Next, we have Elemental Sense. It's 30% extra damage for shock damage, which is exactly what we're looking for. That's 60% we're looking at. Next, we have After a Roll, status damage plus 25 for 6 seconds. It takes us about 6 seconds to empty this clip, if not less. Now, if you roll after you reload, you have 60% damage there, or 55% damage there, excuse me, right off the top. After that, this doesn't even matter. I don't have a 6th thing yet. These are all surplus, and what I would probably do is medicine cooldowns here. You have better healing effects. Don't worry about me flubbering there. We have extra healing effects, so our heals do more, and we have an easier time using them, and our cooldowns are lighter. So if we're really in a bad situation, we can spam our heals. These are going to unlock later, and I'm not sure what we can use there quite yet. It will depend on our secondary weapon, which I haven't decided upon yet for what I'm using. Beyond that, some of the other thing that you might want to look at is in your gear, and it is the mods on your rest of your armor. Just get status damage. You can get 12% on each piece of gear. 24, 36, 48, 60. 60% extra damage for your gear. You can consider this a slight glass cannon build, yet, okay, you get to do a lot of damage and it's really nutty. So with that, that is my overview of the Scar Outsider, how you can best make effect of it through its shock damage through psi intensity. And always remember, increase that psi intensity as much as you can, only on your armor pieces, and you'll be good to go. Catch you later.